Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chairman of the Kern County Board of Supervisors, the Honorable Zack Scrivner.
Well, good evening and welcome. I want to first thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Your interest and your support is a big part of what keeps county government robust and responsive to the needs of the people of Kern County. Before I talk about 2011 and what lies ahead in 2012, I'd like to thank our sponsors this evening once again, Rio Tinto Minerals, Rio Tinto General Manager Dean Gehrig. You made this event possible. Please give them a big round of applause. This is the second year in a row that Rio Tinto has sponsored the event, and we absolutely appreciate your generosity. I'd also like to thank this facility, the Bakersfield Marriott, and its outstanding staff that prepared tonight's delicious meal. Please give them a round of applause. Now, I'd also like to recognize some of the people who helped lead county government during the past year. First, I'd like to thank and introduce our outgoing board chairman, 3rd District Supervisor, Mike Maggard. Mike led our board through some very challenging and difficult issues during 2011. We absolutely appreciated his leadership. I'd also like to introduce 5th District Supervisor Karen Go. Karen has worked extremely hard in the years since she was appointed to help the people in her district and the rest of Kern County. We need smart and energetic leaders like Karen to keep Kern County moving forward. Finally, let's give her one more. Yes, let's do it. Absolutely. Finally, I want to introduce 2 supervisors who are each beginning their final year on the board. First, in his 10th and final year of service to Kern County, is 4th District Supervisor Ray Watson. Ray, right there. Ray, we want to thank you for all you've done for Kern County during your time on the board and in the private sector before that. You are truly one of the pillars of our community, and it's an honor to serve with you. Last but certainly not least, 1st District Supervisor John McQuiston. John has served on this board for 15 years, and he has been a fierce advocate for his district while providing level-headed thinking on countywide matters. We have enjoyed his common sense and good humor, and we're going to miss you, John. Thank you. I would also like to recognize 3 leaders who guide the board's work every day. First, County Administrative Officer John Nylon. Our County Counsel, Teresa Goldner. And Clerk of the Board, Kathleen Krause. When you become chairman, you understand exactly how crucial Kathleen is to the meetings. We appreciate you. Thank you. Let's not forget the other county department heads who provide the management on the ground that gets things done every day, every month, year in and year out. During these tough economic times and several years in a row of extremely tight budget, they continued making ends meet, delivering services that people need and expect from us. Department heads, please stand for the recognition you deserve. Our county has more than 8,600 employees who maintain roads, respond to 911 calls, operate our landfills, make sure that our restaurants are sanitary, maintain our parks, help people in need, and generally keep Kern County families healthy and safe. Please join me in thanking them for all they do for us each and every day. I'd also like to thank Board of Trade Director Dave Hook and his very capable crew for their can-do spirit in putting together such a wonderful event each and every year. Dave and his crew, congrats. I'd also like to recognize my staff, Brian Williams, Treva Elliott, and Michelle Vance, whose loyalty and dedication are the core of my efforts to represent the 2nd District. I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, at my table, I'd like to introduce my beautiful wife, Christina. We are expecting our 3rd child, a girl this time, in March. I also have my parents with us, Bill and Kathy Scrivner. And I'd also like to recognize Pastor Michael Clark and Rosie. Pastor Michael gave us that wonderful invocation today. Thanks so much for being here. And I have one more family member that's with me, who also is a county employee. Actually, she heads up the gang unit in the district attorney's office for Kern County, Cindy Zimmer. My mom's sister. Every year, we take a moment to assess where we stand and where we're headed as a county. As county supervisors, we're concerned not just with governing the county, but with our broader charge to help make Kern County the best possible place for all of us to live and work. With our diverse geography and natural resources, our challenge is to make the most of these advantages while looking for new opportunities to move forward. As 2nd District Supervisor, I am a little biased about where I see many of Kern's opportunities coming from, and I'd like to mention just a few of those tonight. For decades, borax, now Rio Tinto, was the name most people identified with the Mojave Desert. But then someone lifted their gaze from the minerals below to the pristine desert sky above and realized that this was a perfect place to fly airplanes. I'm proud of the national history of flight that has unfolded over the past 75 years out on the desert of East Kern. That legacy, yes, absolutely. I know I've got some of my Mojave Air and Spaceport Board of Directors out in the audience that probably initiated that. That legacy began in Mojave with the Marine Training Airstrip that opened in 1935. Today, we know that as the Mojave Air and Spaceport. Currently home to more than 60 companies engaged in everything from flight development to light industry to highly advanced aerospace design, flight testing and research, and even heavy rail equipment manufacturing, the Mojave Air and Spaceport and Industrial Park is unique. Its runway can handle the biggest aircraft flying today or in the future. In 2004, it became the only private airport in the United States with an official commercial spaceflight license. It hosts a huge range of aerospace activities from rocket ships to spaceships to civilian aircraft. Mojave is also home to the National Test Pilot School, where more test pilots are educated than anywhere else in the world. The airport is also seeking diverse industries that can take advantage of its unique location. It lies beneath a wide-open airspace at the hub of California's renewable energy industry and near a major railroad. With this kind of access, it has become a materials and equipment hub for the area's rapidly growing wind industry. When you look at wind turbines, it's no mystery why wind and aviation complement each other. Both rely heavily on composite fabrication using carbon fiber and fiberglass technology, and both reside at Mojave Air and Spaceport. Lots of airports try to attract industry, but what has always made Mojave unique is the value it places on flight research and testing. As one aerospace pioneer put it, Mojave is the world center of odd-looking airplanes that do amazing things. Airplanes like Voyager and Spaceship One put Mojave on the international map a few years ago. These amazing aircraft are the forerunners for more innovation, and there is always something new happening out in Mojave. The next best thing, and I do mean big, will be an aircraft designed to launch a large space vehicle into low Earth orbit. Working with Stratolaunch Systems, Burt Rutan is building the largest aircraft ever, a giant airplane powered by 6 747 engines with a wingspan over 380 feet. It will be built at the Mojave Air and Spaceport, which has one of the few runways long enough to accommodate this mammoth aircraft, and it will operate from a spaceport. I know we have several members. Thank you. I'm going to ask you to applause one more time. I know we have several members of the Mojave Air and Spaceport that are here with us tonight. If you all would please stand and be recognized so we can applaud your efforts. We're proud of you. Thank you. The airport recorded another milestone last year when it hosted the first meeting of the Kern County Board of Supervisors outside of the county seat. All 5 county supervisors toured the future home of the Stratolaunch aircraft, and we learned about other exciting projects that will help our economy grow and diversify. One of the best ways for the county to help grow our economy is to build a transportation system that speeds the flow of goods and people within Kern County and to major markets elsewhere. In 2011, the Roads Department completed a 10-year project to widen and grade separate 7th Standard Road from the airport to west of Santa Fe Way, creating a transportation corridor that should have excess capacity for the next 30 years. The next step, of course, will be to find the local, state, and federal funds to push these improvements all the way to Interstate 5. Construction got started on the Hageman-Allen-Santa Fe grade separation. When it's finished next year, a major traffic artery will open to the northwest Bakersfield area, eliminating a very dangerous rail crossing that was also a huge bottleneck. 2011 also saw most of the remaining county bond projects completed on time and under budget. We addressed several long-standing problems from Mojave to Edison, Oildale to Holloway Road, making for a much safer system of roadways heading into 2012. For all these projects, I want to offer my thanks to the Roads Department and to its director, Craig Pope. Craig, your people are doing an amazing job. Thank you.